And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We bring you Friday baseball on the show. It's the Nuts taking on the Rush. All right, sing it. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Coming up on the first pitch and on the mound today, Freddie Peralta. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
The pitch. Shortened to bunt. And missed it, and the count even at 1. And misses inside. Peralta with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts, and right now it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
That one to first. Guerrero takes it himself. 1 up, 1 down. And let's take a look at the lineup. This team can really pile up the runs, Chris. They're among the top teams in scoring this year.
Yeah, and when you can get a lead and be out in front, it really changes what that opposing manager can do with the bullpen. And on top of that, it helps your own pitching staff. It gives them more margin for error. So instead of pitchers squeezing the ball, trying to throw darts and be perfect, they can relax, let the ball come out of their hands, and pitch effectively. So that offense and the ability to score runs also helps the pitching and the defense.
Not even close there. And that's ball 1. That one missed. And he drops it down the third baseline. Barehand grab, throw to first. He's safe. On with a bunt single.
He was racing down the line and probably didn't assume he was going to be safe until his foot hit the bag and looked up for the umpire. Nice bunt and great hustle to get himself a knock.
Man at first. And here is Juan Montez. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw safe. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Man at second. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1. Montez recently earned Rookie of the Month honors. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a ball popped in the air. De La Cruz puts it away for the out. 2 away down. And now it's Mark Vientos. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1.
Ball. 2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
And another ball.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Man on second, 2 down. That's in there. That's strike 1.
Taking all the way on 3-0 right there, and as a hitter, you're saying, why couldn't I get that pitch earlier in the count when I'm looking to swing?
The other way. Hauls it in to end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first. 0-0. And we're back. And towing the slab, Ronald Medrano.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Fernando Tatis Jr. leading things off and takes a strike. Tatis with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately. Tied him up inside with that one.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time, Boog, and he's no exception. He's too good to struggle much longer, though. I'd expect him to turn it around soon.
That's off the mark, and a count 1-2.
That's inside.
And downstairs. Up the middle, and that one handled. And they take care of Tatis for the out. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. In that cleanup spot, a key piece for this club, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Well, right in the middle of this lineup, and that's exactly where he belongs. I mean, he's there for a reason, Boog. This guy, they know they can rely on him, and he's a force, a presence there that, you know, puts a little trepidation in that opposing pitcher. We'll see what kind of impact he has in this one.
Ketel Marte in now, takes ball one off the plate. That's a little high, and it's 2-0. One out, base is empty. Puts it in the air out towards left center. 2 away.
Batting third, left fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Juan Soto. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball one. Soto working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers. Next pitch is outside.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could be in for something really special.
And that one is downstairs, and that's ball 3. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the rookie catcher. Boom. Peralta back to work. Peralta, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve.
Right through there for a strike. Absolutely frozen on that heater right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind on a good first pitch.
And he chases that one. And that's the first out. Made quick work of him right there, Siggy. I know that's the kind of at-bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering, what was he doing up there, right?
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, you take 2 straight strikes, then chase one way out of the zone. It's just not a good at-bat. It'll leave you shaking your head as a hitter, if not worse. But there's always going to be those trips to the plate where you're just lost up there, and that was one of them for sure.
Now, Freddie Zamora. That one catches the zone. 0-1. Zamora turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play.
Lots of rookies can have a hot streak, but once the league gets a book on you, starts attacking you differently, things can shift in a hurry. I'm interested to see how he handles those adjustments.
Next offering upstairs.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Liner, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him to chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
Now moves to first. Now at the plate, number 23. This one in the dirt. Runner takes off. Pitch misses in.
No strike.
Throw. Save.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Zamora leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. That's in there. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that chance handled. 2 gone.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
First baseman, number 11.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now the first baseman, Yasser Mercedes.
He struggled to make contact lately, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
Breaking ball inside. Ball 1. Just missed.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. 2-1 now. And a foul ball. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. That missed by a lot. And now it's filled up 3-2. Valley in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that one is lifted in the air. Tatis. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back now at Progressive Field. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite. He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk. And that's their first base runner of the game. Here's Manny Machado. Big game for him last night. Knocked in 6 runs. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw, and they got him.
Such a quick and fast swing of emotions right there. You get the runner on with the walk, which is great, but then picks a bad pitch to go on, and you just erase the free pass that you were issued. I understand you want to be aggressive, you want to try to get in the scoring position, but you just have to be a little smarter there.
Swings through that.
0-2.
And that's outside. And it's 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Got him swinging.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Here's O'Neal Cruz. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball.
Nice curveball for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one in the dirt. It's 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
And it remains 2-2. Second inning here, no score.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off-speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Outside low, ball 3.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
In the air, left side, under it. And that's the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Valley with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies. On the ground to third. Over to first. One up, one down.
Now batting, number 89.
Back to the top of the lineup. Chase Dawson will hit next. He's 0 for 1. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Next offering upstairs.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here's the left fielder. First offering, and it just misses. That clips the corner. There's a strike.
With 2 out and nobody on, you want to go right after this guy. He's the number 2 hitter, which means if he gets on, you've got some thunder coming up behind him.
Way high there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Way high.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
2 outs. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. That one the other way. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Back here in Cleveland, leading off, Julio Rodriguez.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
That one finds the zone. 0-1. Rodriguez with 4 runs batted in his last game. Fouled off. He was late.
Love seeing someone drive in a bunch of runs like he did, Boog. Doing that consistently lets your teammates know they can count on you to come through when the team needs it most.
Good eye right there. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Now the catcher up to hit, Austin Wells. First pitch, and he just misses. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Gets it to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
Now a chance for Ellie De La Cruz. Outside low, 1-0.
1-0.
Still tied at 0, last of the 3rd. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
1-1.
The shortstop takes the ball. Out towards right center. That's well struck. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And that's a 2-out double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
So the batting order turns over, and the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Movement in the bullpen. Number 21 getting loose out there. Man at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So no runs here on a base hit. No errors and 1 left. 3 innings complete. We're tied 0-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1. Montez recently taking home Player of the Month honors. There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. And gone! And that should quiet this home crowd. His 21st of the year, and they jump out front. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Mark Vientos. Just missed.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish, and I'm sure his teammates and the coaching staff appreciate it. Great having a bat like this in the lineup.
Swing and a foul out of play. Ball to strike. That one missing inside. And it's even up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And the batter now, boom. And first offering is fouled off. You and I got a chance to broadcast the 2019 All-Star Game, and the city of Cleveland did such a great job. I felt like wherever you turned, there was some type of ad for the All-Star Game, a face of one of the players playing in the game. I thought the city overall supported the event really well.
Yeah, and I think the players backed it up from the home run derby and the show that was put on between Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Pete Alonso, and others. It was off the charts. And then the game is always special. When you see the best in baseball, you remember how special this game is. And to be here at this ballpark, I think just was the icing on the cake.
Zamora batting for the second time, and that's strike one. That's a ball. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. A little bit low. Swing and a ground ball. Marte on to first, and that is the inning. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Foul ball there. Marte with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
And ring him up, says Carl Dixon. That's a strikeout.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
That one ripped, but foul. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Almost got him.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one ran inside, almost got him. Line drive, caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ronald Medrano done for the night, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So they turn things over to one of their young arms, number 21.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Walked his first time. And that's way high. And it's 1-0. Vladdy with another scorching run of play lately. And that's off the inside edge. Now 2-0.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch it.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Next offering is down low. Manny Machado waiting for a turn at the plate. Draws the walk there.
Take your base.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Here comes Manny Machado. Struck out swinging his first time. Machado, multi-time All-Star, over 1,000 runs batted in his career. He joined the team as a free agent. Check swing, called strike. And Manny gets a piece. And that's in the dirt. And the count's even at 2.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and one man left. On to the top of the 5th we go. The Nuts on top, 1-0. And we're back. New inning getting started. Now it's the second baseman, number 23. Peralta back to work. Pitch misses, and that is ball 1. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This one in the air. Marte. And there's one down.
Now back, number 11.
Yasser Mercedes, the next to hit. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Ball, that's upstairs.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
One down, base is empty. On the ground to the left. And that one handled. Tosses to first. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. Valley now at the plate. Grounded out his first time up.
He's not the power guy, but he can hurt you to all parts of the ballpark.
Ripped to short. Fires over to Guerrero. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Here in Cleveland, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the DH, O'Neal Cruz.
Ball 1.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a chopper. Zamora fires to first on the run, and he gets him. Nicely done. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Ripped on the ground to second in plenty of time to first. Home half of the 5th inning moving along. 2 quick outs.
Now batting, catcher, Austin.
And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Grounded out his first time. That one misses. Ball 1. And another ball. Off the mark there. And now 3-0. Ellie De La Cruz getting on deck circle. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. Inside ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting.
So 2 down, and now Ellie De La Cruz doubled in his first AB.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
There's the strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Back up the middle and a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. So the lineup flips over. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport. That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball 1.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Upstairs.
2-0.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. Two on, 2 outs, and they're all loaded up.
Well, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Here's Ketel Marte. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That one in the dirt and gets away. No movement on the base. It's ball 1. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate.
Ball that's outside.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Out in front and foul to the left side. Ripped to the right center. Should be extra bases. 1 runs in. The second run scores. Here comes Tatis around third. He's safe. And they clear the bases. And they lead by 2.
Man, that's a huge 3 RBI double in a spot where they really needed it. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the bullpen. Number 21 won't go any further, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching.
New pitcher now, Jonathan Loaisiga.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Juan Soto. He's been a great free agent sign. Just missed. Runner at second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball.
Good
2
late
strikes.
sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. On the ground to first. Mercedes takes it to the bag. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But 3 runs come across in the inning, all on this 3-run double. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Right fielder, number 89.
Fastball for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Felix Bautista appears to be getting loose. Duran getting loose as well. Just off the inside edge.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Next pitch misses, and it's 2-1. And there's a ball.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
First offering misses badly for ball 1. Slice the other way and foul. Popped up. De La Cruz squeezes it, and there's one away. So up next, Juan Montez. He's already homered here in this one. Pulls that one foul. That one pulled foul. with the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Pickoff move to first, and he's back in safely. Not
One
close
ball,
with that
two
one.
strikes.
Now 1-2. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. There's a ball. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Peralta checks the runner. Dawson dives back in safely. To third, Machado. Tosses to first. That's out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Mark Vientos.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. That does it for Freddie Peralta, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching.
Edwin Uceta will take over here.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a
that's a ball.
strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
1-1.
Dawson at second with 2 down. Inside,
Ball
just
2.
missed. That misses the
3-2.
zone. Full count, 3-2. Bone in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Battling here as he fouls it away. Runner at second, 2 down. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that's the third out. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. On to the bottom of inning number 6. The Dominican Republic on top here, 3-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Off the plate,
off the plate.
ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Number 78, up and throwing. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 1. All right, Siggy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. Give me a hint.
Switch hitter. That's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Manny Machado up to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-0. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Missed
Ball
with a
two.
changeup, and the count is 2-0.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
That one finds the zone. Now 2-1. Foul ball. To the right side. Machado is out.
Now batting, designated hitter, O'Neal Cruz.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Jonathan Loaisiga out of the game. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
The new pitcher in the game, Mejia.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Two down, bases empty. O'Neal Cruz digs in now. And the first pitch
1-0.
misses for ball one. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
That's in there, and that's strike 2.
Well, that's really the
ball,
money spot.
2 strikes.
Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
That's
2
way
balls, 2
outside.
strikes.
2-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that.
Now pitching.
Felix Bautista gets the call from the pen.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Bone stands in now, looks at that one inside.
1-0.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And
That's a
another ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That one fouled off. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. It's 2-2. And that skips in the dirt. Three and two. The
That's
pitch
outside. Ball
is
four.
outside, and ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Freddie Zamora getting ready to hit. 1 for 2.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Fastball for a strike, and the count even 1-1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Here's the second baseman.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
Right side, and it goes just foul. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning, and that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. You look for the next hitter to step up and try to do something, pick up his teammate and his glove.
So digging in, Yasser Mercedes.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Boom, the runner at third. Zamora over at first with one away. Next offering is in for a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Just beautiful placement of the splitter right there. Exactly where you want it with 2 strikes to get that swing and miss. And he's worked very hard to be able to command that pitch. It's a tough pitch to get a grip on, but he's one of the best at throwing it where he wants to.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Felix Bautista will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Yohan Duran.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
Valley will hit next.
Well, there's a reason why he's at the bottom of the order, struggling as of late, but a knock here would be a huge lift for him and for his team.
In the dirt. The throw to second is offline. That's a wild pitch, and the tying run moves into scoring position.
Nobody on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside, and the catcher wishes he could have done more to try to stop it.
So the tying run at second. And there's the strike. That one off the mark. 2-1. Two outs, 2 in scoring position. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That one came in at 99.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Number 78.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
And it's fouled away. Swings through that one for strike two.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Boog, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
1 out, runner at second. And now the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Close, but call the ball. 1 and 2 the count.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Fights it off. He'll see another. This one high in the air to left center. Sizing this one up. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder,
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. And there's a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
Hey.
Ball 1 there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball still a 1 and 2 count. Man on second, 2 down. Fights that one away, still 1 and 2. This to third, Vientos. Slings it across, and they take care of Tatis for the out. And that is the inning. Back now at Progressive Field. We're at the top of the 8th, and now the right fielder, Chase Dawson. And that's way high, and it's 1-0.
Ball 2.
Late swing, foul to the left.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
And he lays down a bunt. Can't pick it up with the bare hand. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down a bunt. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the bat. That was very nice.
Now the left fielder, 1 for 3. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Oh, the throw is wild. The tying run at the plate. Fastball for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Just missed. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Inside. 3-2 now.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Tying run at the plate. And that one is popped in the air, shallow center, and it falls. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Next offering is in for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Emmanuel Clase preparing to come on if needed. Abreu warming up as well. Triple digits on that last pitch.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Now here is Mark Vientos. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Two on, 1 out. Got him! And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now, not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Yohan Duran gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Emmanuel Clase.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year, typically at least 1 an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
Boom. The next to hit, a walk and a pair of strikeouts. First pitch misses.
Ball 1, no strike.
And that's in for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Fly ball down the line. Tatis after it. Brings it in, and that's the third out.
Now pitching.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, number 43.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Marte stands in now and watches strike one. Right side, hard hit. Slings to first, and a quick out, number one.
Now batting. Left fielder.
Here's Juan Soto. 0 for 3 in this one. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. And that misses. Ball one.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Settles under it. He's got it, and there's two away.
Now batting. First baseman. Vladimir.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. First pitch just misses. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Settles underneath it. He makes the grab, and that is that. All set for the start of the inning, and the batter will be the shortstop, Freddie Zamora. That one is absolutely belted. That's back. And it one-hops the wall. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now it's the second baseman. Outside low, and that is ball one. Tying run at the plate. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline.
Oh, man, that stays fair. We got a new ball game. Great swing, just couldn't keep it between the lines. He's got to try to bottle that. Do it again.
In the air, left field, down the line. Soto tracks it down for the out.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
He's 2 outs away. Mercedes digs in now. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Hit in the air, right field. Tatis gets under it. Snags it for the second out. So it's their last chance in this one. And next is the designated hitter, Valley. 0 for 3 with 2 ground outs and a strikeout. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Next offering is downstairs. With the tying run at the plate, here at the top of the ninth.
No, that's down.
Next offering is fouled back. Clase is just one strike away to first, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game. And your final 3-1.